This is Bonaview, a total view of business organizations, national issues, and agencies.
Failure is not the opposite of success, but is the part of journey to success. Before you stand, you have to know yourself. Just self-awareness.
Fidesic is a secure and reliable payment platform for merchants, and we offer 24/7 support across 36 states in Nigeria. Yes, Fidesic is available in all 36 states. We also offer same-day settlement. That is, when you send money, you can also receive it on the same day. We have flexible partnership models for agency, banking, and PTSP services, and PTAD solution provider, POS terminal placement, and POS sales.
Fidesic Nigeria Limited was incorporated in Nigeria 2013. Get licensed from CBN in 2014 to operate as a payment terminal service provider. Industry, specifically to manage POS terminal. So we work with banks to deploy. So since we come around since 2014, we are able to deploy majority of the bank's POS across the nation. So also support CBN on that cashless policy. Will play a vital role in that aspect. We have worked with the likes all the major tier banks in Nigeria to achieve that. So currently we have a variety of POS and also support hubs across the nation. We have a lot to achieve together. More still need to come. Though some area I can say is a red ocean, people saturated, but there's some rural area that we still need more people to include on that financial inclusion. Challenges also remain. The internet, the infrastructure is still a big challenge. Like an example, last 4 years in a whole year, NIS may process maybe 1 billion transactions. But at the moment, as of last year, they process almost 18 trillion transactions. So with the same infrastructure. So looking at next year projection, it will be maybe times 10. So the same infrastructure. So sometimes transaction routed we bounce, we fail because of too much of queue. So we still need more to do on infrastructure and also internet. There's some area you will go to, there's no internet. So I have explored, even in Lagos here, some market you will go, internet is also the major challenge. So that's that's the biggest challenge we have, infrastructure and network. So okay, we continue to go higher. At the moment, POS now can accept only just card transfer. So Fidesic also looking at to make payments seamless to any person, irrespective of phone you have. So far you can make call, so we can pay the can continue transaction on the POS. So we are also looking on to paying with face recognition. Also is part of to combat this cyber crime. So you can, with your face recognition, you can make payments. Then two-factor authentication on phone number, paying with the phone number. For now, Fidesic have only one license to operate as a PTSP, payment terminal service provider. So we are also looking at having additional license for us to operate in the area of mobile money and also digital banking and also digital wallets, for us to have that inclusion, all the payments encompassed. So that's what we are looking at. So based on our also experience we have already have in Nigeria, we are planning to expand to other countries to achieve more on that. Even though without POS, you can also use USSD to consummate transaction with normal non-smart phone, so which other countries also using. So we already equip ourselves to achieve that. So in the next 5 years, you will hear more about Fidesic across Africa, and also will be a household name in Nigeria, so that it should be a one-shop for all your payments. I say we will surpass, because I can remember when CBN introduced cashless policy in 2012. Many people kick against it. I remember we are working with CBN to campaign across the nation. Some people they refuse to adopt that POS because if they prefer their cash, give me my cash immediately. So against paying to POS and tomorrow I get my money or I don't know where the money will go to. So there's no belief in that cashless policy then. But since then till now, we have seen significant improvement in acceptance. So even many people can hear them say that they hardly move with cash. So I believe in the next 2 years, we will surpass that cashless. More of 90% of a cashless policy will be in place. Because what I'm saying now, sure, Fidesic, that's we have come to stay, and I assure the public they will also start hearing more of Fidesic. Then we are under B2B, so now we are coming out to the public to see us. So from now on, so we're hearing more about Fidesic. So our aim is that once you mention payments, online, offline, remittance, any part of payments, once you mention it, you will hear the name of Fidesic. So we have come up end of this year, you will hear more of Fidesic. We are now will be a household name that because you mention payments, Fidesic will pop up. And also we're trying to impart across not only Nigeria, across other Africa.
This place houses over 16 companies and is a workspace where people can come to work.
The only thing that is real is the real estate. Every other thing is assumption. Don't talk about problems you don't have. Have the problem before you talk about it. If you don't have the problem, leave it alone. Well, interestingly enough, I studied computer science for my first degree. My second degree is software engineering, and my master's is software engineering. And I will have a few college diplomas in HTML, Java, Dreamweaver, everything in line with programming, IT. But then that was just the journey to get into something before you actually venture where you're going. So the raw love for the real estate came along the line when I started learning about real estate. And it was quite a very simple explanation. The only thing that is real is the real estate. Every other thing is assumption. That's why they call it the only thing that is real. So, and we looked at the Nigerian architecture. We found out that there is no how that in 2 lifetimes that we would never be able to satisfy the real estate desire, which makes it like there would always be need. When you finish from here today now, after all these interviews, you are going home, whether you like it or not. You understand? And when you get home and you can see your family, everybody smiling, you feel accomplished. So the home is the most important place in the whole world. It is when you are running away from everybody, you run home. You understand? If your mom is saying, I'm coming to spend time with you, she comes home. It's where the family is, where the heart is, where everything comes together that makes everybody happy. So the home is the most important place. You know, like I always say, it's not the Ankara that is the problem, it's the tailor. If you buy an Ankara for 2.5, or no matter how cheap it is, and you give it to a very expensive tailor to sew for you, you would imagine what he would do with that fabric. So we try to do it in a very special way, in the best way possible. So if we build, no matter where we build, in the low-cost area, it's still fantastic. If we build in the high-class area, it's still fantastic. We look at ourselves as the tailor that creates the style, that makes it better, that makes it outstanding. We venture into different we try to cover the bottom, we try to cover the middle, and we try to cover the high class. So presently in Nigeria now, I think we are the only ones that build 7 bedrooms. You probably never find anyone because it's not commercially viable. We watch the TV and we see superstars build houses in America, and they say, welcome to my home, and they do documentary on MTV Cribs. And we find out that where do we find something like that in Nigeria? We hardly ever find it. So we too are trying to play in that space where we are the only ones that do 7-bedroom houses, mansions that have 3 sitting rooms, 4 sitting rooms, very outstanding kitchens that you enter, you say, oh my God. So we have extra high ceiling heights and try to build it in the most luxurious places in Nigeria. The tailor makes the difference. It's not the fabric. Buy a cheap fabric, you give it to Armani or Calvin Klein. What he does with it is outstanding. It has nothing to do with the fabric. And you buy a very expensive fabric, you give it to a tailor in Lagos Island. You finish sewing it in 2 hours, but what you get is what you get. You understand? So we try to say that, okay, we are the tailor. We'll take our time to perfect it. We'll make it so nice that when you enter inside it, you put your hands on your head and say, oh my God, what is this? That is what stands us out. I think life is not without challenges. There's always the ups and downs. The best of men in their best are still men. You understand? But will you give up when you fall down, or will you get up again and try again? I always say things to all the people that work for me. You can't beat a man that's not willing to give up. You will fail, but you will try again. No great man in life has ever done anything without having challenges. In Lagos State, you have how many agencies you have to go through before you actually get a building approval. But everything that will happen will try to bring you down, but you just never give up. Keep on trying to do better, trying to improve on whatever you have done before. So talk about problems you don't have. Have the problem before you talk about it. If you don't have the problem, leave it alone.
By law, one person cannot sell family property. Don't buy property without a property lawyer. I'm a very passionate property practitioner. I started my career as a real estate agent, a local real estate agent from the scratch, where I started building my operation and career before I then decided to even go to law school and got called to bar and started practicing law. So with that depth knowledge in real estate, practical knowledge, so with the addition of the educational influence, so I think that's actually made me to stand out in the sense that among all the practitioners, either you're an agent, a private consultant, or they hardly see somebody. And as an agent, later became a lawyer and started practicing law. So that's actually me. And also with the use of technology, I'm a tech savvy person, so that has been a good help to my practice. As a property consultant, I operate through Chairman Properties. Then as a legal practitioner, I operate through law firm, Chairman Law Firm, Chairman Properties. It's just the same, the way I decide to structure it. So in law firm, we render services like we will help you to search under our property section. We have brokers, real estate brokers, who specializes in helping people scouting and bringing property information and helping connecting to the right property. And our motto is your dream home and work. So with that, we help people to sort for their dream home and we help them to get it. Then our team of lawyers, we set in to help the buyer, because you cannot buy a property without a lawyer, because the lawyer must begin to do a due diligence, conveyancing, and as well as perfection. So these are the three major services we render as a property law firm.